Good morning, Desert Sands Unified School District, and good morning to our friends at CoachellaValley.com. My name is Sean Webb. I'm the Director of Community Engagement in the Foundation for Desert Sands, and we have a little bit different show today. This is Classroom Conversations, and we're on location. We're on location at Coffee Bean Tea Leaf over in La Quinta, and we got a special show we're going to talk about why we're here in a second. But before we move on, I want to thank the Desert Sands Educational Foundation for providing this platform and allowing us to use the StreamYard to go ahead and provide all this information for you guys. But just so you guys are aware, we actually wrote this grant, the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, with the city of La Quinta, within minds of helping promote CamFest and so forth with social media. And we use that to purchase our StreamYard. So I want to also thank the city of La Quinta for the grant that we've used for the last year to supply us with StreamYard. But I'd like to go ahead and read the mission statement for the Desert Sands Educational Foundation before we move on. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. They do this in partnership with public and private sectors. Desert Sands Educational Foundation financially supports creative and innovative programs that enrich and enhance the educational experience in the academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities that engage all students and staff in Desert Sands Unified School District. So as I shared, this is Classroom Conversations. This is a show where Desert Sands engages our community, and the foundation engages our community, and no better than to be out in the community today, where we are at Coffee Bean Leaf over off of Highway 111 and Adams over here in La Quinta. The reason why we're here is there are one of our community partners, and this is a great neighborhood spot. And I'm going to tell more about this. I'm going to bring on Chef Mary to talk about this great neighborhood spot, but I'm sure she's going to catch us up with what she's got going on in the mountains right now. Let's bring on Chef Mary. Good morning, Chef Mary. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I am excellent. As you can see, I'm in a different area today. I'm at Coffee Bean Tea Leaf right across the street, right down the street from La Quinta High School.
Oh, lucky you. Nothing like some coffee bean coffee to start the morning off.
Well, I had the coffee this morning, and now I'm actually enjoying a hazelnut. What is it? They're known for the ice blended, and I'm having a hazelnut this morning. It's definitely getting me pepped up.
When I lived in San Diego, we used to go to the Coffee Bean there in Del Mar all the time, and they had a big
Okay.
outdoor area, and they had the best scones. Oh my gosh, their scones were so good, and it was really popular. It was all the real estate people went there and hung out for the morning, so you could always get a deal.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the reason why we're here, Mary, is Edward over here, the general manager. You're gonna love this. I just cut talking to him. He connected with Mary Perry, and with Mary Perry, they coordinated with me 11 neighborhood schools that all received free coffee over the last 2 days,
Oh
where we
wow.
gave it to their office staff, the counselors, and administrators. So I feel like I've been the I don't know, the Grubhub Uber Eats driver the last couple mornings with coffee. But as I got to talk with Edward, he's just fantastic. He gave us a gift basket for our golf tournament for the Chili Dog Open, which we'll highlight in a second, as well as he's allowing us to do this show here. And here's a kicker: he's from Buffalo, New York.
No.
Yeah, I graduated from University of Buffalo in 2000. He graduated in 2002, and
Oh,
he said he graduated on a Saturday and he had a ticket out here that following Monday.
oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy. Like I have my friends are up for the weekend, Mary and Robert.
Okay.
And years ago, we were at a New Year's Eve party, and we had another third lady there. And everybody's talking, where are you from? Like you did with Edward. And they found out they went to the same school together in
Go
Renton,
figure, right?
Washington.
Small world.
I mean, we were just howling laughing because they said, "Oh, where'd you go to school?" Well, you wouldn't know. And one thing led to another. We've been really good friends ever since that. That
Okay.
through a little party, same high school, I think a year apart from each other.
Okay. And like I said the other morning, and I got to talk to her a little bit yesterday. Diana, the what is it? The store supervisor. She's a 2012 culinary alum from La Quinta High. So she just followed her dream, followed her path, wanted to work in the service industry, hospitality industry, and here she is, right across the street from her high school, working and living in the community. So you got to love that.
Was she in one of my classes?
No, she was in 2012. So she was
Oh,
in
okay.
between the time when you volunteered and when you started to work. But
Oh,
she was there my first year. I remember seeing her there. Now that we did make that connection. So
oh,
I saw her first year. I wasn't as involved with the culinary program. I'll tell you at the first my first year at La Quinta, I was in charge of discipline, so I saw the different side of things. But no, I remember her being in part of the program. So it's just great that Edward is reaching out to the 11 closest schools by, and he went over to Indio to give some. He gave some over to Dunes, as well as all the surrounding La Quinta schools. All got free coffee this morning and yesterday. Yeah, just absolutely fantastic. In addition to that, he's given me a bunch of cups that we can hand out to our staff as well. Like they're gift cards for free cups of coffee. So we're definitely taking advantage of that. Yeah, so pretty excellent. I see Mary's having some computer issues right now. It happens every now and then, but I can see that she's got two cameras going on. Kind of cool, Mary. I see that you want to see us have you see double. Well, let's see. I can see her computer is on. Mary, your computer's on. You got a better view now. I can see you.
Yeah, okay, now I'm on back on again. Okay, great.
There we go. I love how we finally figure things out there.
So we had a little dusting of snow yesterday. Well, actually yesterday and all night. So here we are in the middle of spring, and Mary and Robert are up here. So we decided they are not leaving. It's been snowing off and on all morning, but it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Go figure that. Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of funny with how the weather is. Like I told you, my mom in upstate New York, it was 60 one day, and then the other day it was like snowing, and then it was 70 the following 2 days later. So it's just a roller coaster of changes for her.
I know. I will tell you that my sister, she lives in New York as well, and they were. What happened here? Oh.
I got you, Mary.
Okay, my screen is just doing something else weird. Oh, there we are.
Oh, well, it looks like she just popped off, unfortunately. But as Mary's trying to figure out her situation there, I want to go ahead and let everybody know we had a school board meeting last night, emergency school board meeting, and I've been saying it over and over again. Please go to DSUSD.us and check out Super Seconds, because as soon as that decision was made, our communications team of Jan and Mary had it right up there for Super Seconds. Unanimous decision, 5-0 vote to return to 4 days a week. So that means where our hybrids will combine. The A that was going on Monday, Tuesday, and the B that was going on Thursday, Friday will now combine, and we'll have both of the groups there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday with Wednesday distance learning. As I shared, this was a Desert Sands special board meeting last night, and it was a unanimous decision. So very exciting to bring kids back and having school in session and so forth. Another current event I want to make sure that everybody's aware about. We have the Chili Dog Open. I want to make sure to bring up their site there. I was having a little bit of issue with this before. Let's see if we can get this working here. But as we're doing that, I see we got some comments coming in. So that in regards to school, this person, Sonia, I want to let you know, starting May 3rd. So starting May 3rd in Desert Sands Unified School District, K through 12, actually TK through 12, will have the opportunity to come back for hybrid learning. Those are the families that signed up for this in the survey in the fall. They said they wanted to go ahead and participate in hybrid learning. And that'll go ahead and start May 3rd. So they'll come in Monday, Tuesday, as I shared, as well as Thursday, Friday with Wednesday distance. I know that school sites are also taking wait lists if you'd like to go ahead and come back onto that, as well as talk to your site if you have a scenario or situation. I know our principals are doing every bit to accommodate as much as possible, as well as our counselors. So make sure to reach out to them direct. But Tony, there you go, May 3rd, TK through 12, back 4 days a week in Desert Sands. So very exciting, very exciting. But I want to make sure to highlight here. I'm going to bring up the banner here. Give me 1 second. But we have our 25th annual Chili Dog Open that's happening on Monday. It's also the same day. Go figure. I didn't realize that when we scheduled out the Chili Dog Open back in January, that it was also going to be a special day, so we could celebrate the first day of 4-day person learning on May 3rd by playing in the Chili Dog Open. We have available tea times. We have some great sponsors. I want to make sure to highlight the sponsors. And give me 1 second here. I want to share my screen here. Mary, I'm just talking about the Chili Dog Open. I'm going to bring up the screen with all of our sponsors. You'll be amazed with some of our sponsors that we have that are it's just outstanding. But let me go ahead and bring this on screen here. This is for the Chili Dog Open. Let's see, I can't go full size. Give me 1 second. As I'm There we go. Can you see that, Mary? Can you see the whole
Yeah.
screen there?
Yes.
Okay. So what we have here, this is the registration for the Chili Dog Open on the website. People can click right there and register and sign up. We're paperless in years past. It's always been you drop off a check to see Blanche, but Blanche will be at the tournament, so you can see her there. But it's $40 per person, $160 per team of four. They set the lights of Indio. Now look at all of our sponsors that we've had, Mary. Ledesma Meyer, as I've shared, they've built your kitchen that you worked out of. Bernard's, one of the construction companies that we've worked with, as well as PBKWLC, one of our construction firms. And then look at all the golds. These are all our $500 sponsors that came in.
Oh,
The Home Club, West Coast Turf. Like I said, there was the first lawn I ever had in my yard. Bianca Ray Foundation. I love Bianca giving back to us and so forth. Movement for Life Therapy. A lot of the Medical Health Academy kids and all the CTE programs in the desert work with Mr. Camby and his son Vince over there and do internship hours. So we're grateful to have that partnership. We have a law firm there that's Dennis Wolliver Kelly. Like I said, I'm glad I don't know them very well because that means I would be on the naughty list. But
exactly.
gotta love that they're donating and they have a what is it? Like I said, a gold membership here. RBC Capital. So you gotta love this. I talked to Christine over at RBC Capital, and she's coming down and she asked me, Sean, can you get me a couple of students and a principal to play golf with? So we are teaming her up with Jefferson Middle and Margot McCormick, a teacher and one of their students is going to play. So the student that's going to play, he actually is very big into video, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get to see him afterwards. He'd give us a full report.
Oh, well,
But
that's
that'll be a
okay.
yeah. Yeah, and then we've got some new ones this year. Whitson Contracting and Management Company for construction. You know, with us building schools, we've built like 10 schools in the last 20 years. With that being happening, we got a lot of construction companies that are partnering with us. As you're aware, the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. I want to highlight them here in a second after I talk about the rest of our sponsors. Right at Home, that's a Frank. I just met him the other day. He's a new company here in the desert, and he wants to get to know the community. So no better than to partner with the schools, and he's going to have a foursome there in part of the tournament. And then our friends over at IWP and Teachers Tax Service are coming in
Okay.
at silver and bronze. So, it's just outstanding that these guys in the community are reaching out. And all I did was send a couple of emails, and they're participating with it. So I'm just
That's
glad they're able to do so.
that's incredible because some of these guys, we don't really know them. They don't really know us, and to come out with that kind of money for our program, that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we've got tee times that are available from 3 o'clock right through 6:30. We're teeing off every 10 minutes. The $40 gets you golf. If you want a golf cart, it's an additional 25. But you can split that amongst your, two people or four people or however you want to do it. I'll tell you what I'm doing with my team, Mary, is we're actually getting one golf cart since we're only playing 9 holes, just to throw all our bags on there, and then. And then one guy will be driving, two guys are driving. We'll kind of walk. We all need the exercise. Why not? It'll be a lot of fun.
Like you don't walk every morning.
I will. Okay, so since I've been the Uber, Grubhub, coffee delivery guy the last 2 mornings, I've taken it off. I will say that. Taking the
Oh,
last 2 mornings off. Yeah, it's been fun to sleep in. I'll flat out say that. I've been able to sleep to about 5:15.
so how are things at school? Everybody is we're back pretty much. So
Yeah, yeah. So you were having some technical difficulties there, but I'll share with you, as I've been telling everybody over and over again, check Super Seconds. We are
oh,
back, and when I say we're back, May 3rd is also our Chili Dog Open, but May 3rd is also the first day we have hybrid learning for 4 days a week. So
wow.
cohort A and cohort B meet together, and I talked to Dr. Wilson, I talked to Mr. Zank, I've talked to some of our elementary principals. Even with the largest classrooms, we're still going to have plenty of distance. We'll have plenty of room. We'll
Okay.
have plenty of room. Even with Dr. Wilson, he's saying, what he did is he went into the smallest classroom with the largest number, and he met with school board members, and they showed them exactly the distance and was available and so forth. So it's really exciting that like I said, 5-0 unanimous vote last night. Mr. Bailey had the communications team headed out there immediately. But oh my gosh, we got to, as we do, we want to make sure to highlight the people that are commenting. Mary Perry's watching us this morning, one of our board members for the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, as well as our public information officer. I will definitely say hello to Edward for you. And as I shared with Mary Perry with Mary Trimmins this morning, Chef Mary, Edward's from Buffalo, New York. It's a small world. It's just go figure. Gotta love that.
That is awesome. Well, is there
Yes.
any feedback on how the vaccination stations were for over the weekend?
Yeah, over the weekend they had that over at La Quinta High School. We went live twice. I was there. Rosemary did a little. She did some social media presentations and so forth. But we had plenty of vaccinations available for anybody that wanted them. I actually sent it out to our friends. Um, let's see, I sent it out via CoachellaValley.com. We shared it multiple times. I know that it was shared on our social media. Anybody that wanted a vaccination came in and got it. And the best part is they were able to go ahead and they made their appointment for 3 weeks from now. So it's
Oh,
a definite 3 week appointment from now. They come back, they get their second shot then. And from what I understand, there'll be an opportunity for others at that time too. But they got the Pfizer shot. It's
okay.
really excited. When I walked over there that morning, people were all excited. They were in line. I talked with Megan, who worked with Desert Oasis Healthcare, who we partnered with them, and yeah, they had as we shared, we had a pizza box. We had 1,000 shots, and anybody who showed up, we were able to accommodate. I
No,
know
that's
that Desert Oasis Healthcare made sure to make use of each and every one of those shots. I know that we as a district didn't use all of them, but I know that they got used otherwise.
yeah. Well, that's good as long as they're out there.
Exactly, exactly. And I just want to remind people, you may be wondering why you see CoachellaValley.com up in our corner. We have now partnered with Craig and his team. As Mary is, I'll flat out say Mary has wooed him with our charm and humor here at Classroom Conversations. And now we're on their platform every Tuesday and Thursday. And speaking of CoachellaValley.com, Mary, Craig is going to join us Thursday. He's got a really, really cool project he's doing with the students over at Palm Desert Aztec Films, and I'll let
Oh,
him share about the details on that Thursday. But it's really exciting to see them. We were doing the StreamYards here, but now I think his show is just gonna catapult exponentially with the connection with the Aztec.
yeah. So we have to do a thing like, where is Craig?
I'm sure Craig would love that. I'm sure he'd love that. He's live about 3, 4 times a week, maybe even 3, 4 times a day sometimes. So that we could definitely do that. I'm sure. But
Yeah. The best part with Craig is to follow him when he's doing his road tours in the car. I mean, it's incredible the place, little nooks and crannies that he finds. That even that most of us live in the desert, we don't even realize that they're. It's like
right.
that. We have followed him. He went out to that lake, and it was almost in our backyard. It was great.
Yep. Lake Kuya right there. So what else do you have planned for the day, Chef Mary?
Oh, we're just going to be hanging loose. We've been playing cards and Rummy Cube and just catching up. I haven't seen Mary and Robert in over a year. So we've been just cooking and eating and just hanging out. And it's just been really, really fun. I've missed not being around them. And, I've known them for over 30 years. And
Oh,
this was
geez.
the first year that we didn't spend any holiday together.
Okay.
That's been fun. So we're going to be doing probably nothing today, maybe playing cards. The snow stopped. But it was kind of pretty this morning that nobody had to get up and go anywhere.
Okay.
So what's your
Okay.
day going to be like?
So I'm going to go back to the office here. I'm going to work on a grant with a couple of school sites. The Anderson grant is coming due, so we're actually reviewing those and so forth. Anderson Foundation Children, the Children's Foundation for Anderson. Let's say that again, Mary. Anderson Children's Foundation has their
Okay.
grant deadline coming up May 5th. And a lot of our school sites will be going for that. They're an amazing community partner. We partnered with them last year and got a grant for CamFest. A lot of school sites got some grants for their murals as well as different social emotional learning rooms. But that deadline's coming forth on May 5th. So I'm going to be working with a couple of school sites this afternoon on that. I'll tell you, my Chili Dog Open print deadline is today, so I'm going to get our sponsor banners and so forth all firmed up. We've got a lot of it done. It's just that I'll tell you, the large banners, everybody comes in. I want to wait till the last second to make sure we get everybody on there,
Yeah.
as much as possible. Speaking of the golf tournament, so in addition to the golf tournament, we have this great platform with Snowball where we're going to have an online auction. And with that online auction, I'm here today at Coffee Bean Tea Leaf, and the reason why is they're sponsoring a bunch of our online auctions. What I mean by that is you can have the opportunity to bid to have coffee with Mayor Holmes from Indio
Oh,
and
cool.
myself, and you'll come here to Coffee Bean. or we can go meet somewhere. As well as if you want to meet with Mayor Linda Evans, you could bid on the opportunity. Both of our union presidents, classified CSEA president Nick Rose, you could have coffee with him. That's an opportunity. Our DSTA president Trina Alici Gonzalez. She'll be available as well as one of the people that you could have coffee with, as well as Superintendent Scott Bailey. So if you want to bid on an opportunity to have coffee with, wake up and have your morning coffee with Mr. Bailey or any of those other individuals, you can do that. And Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf is taking care of us for that. So it's just gonna be a special opportunity for people.
Sean, remember we did at the high school when we did you could have
I know
lunch.
where I know where you're going with this.
It was lunch with Bianca, and who else was it that we did lunch with? That was really fun because we did a special lunch in the kitchen for them.
Yeah, we did a couple of those for Spring Social where we did lunch with Bianca, lunch with was it Allie Pierce, lunch with Blake. I think Blake Arthur even did it. We did a couple of different reporters through KESQ. We could have lunch with them in the kitchen where you catered it and were able to bid on it. Yeah, it was a great little fundraiser for it too. And also you think about it, Mary, it's a great opportunity for them to meet people in the community, and we get a lot of thank yous about that still.
Exactly. So I know that we were talking about looking for extra grants for our StreamYard. Did you want to bring us up to date on that? Did we get someone else that was going to gift us the StreamYard?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the show, I thank the city of La Quinta for sponsoring us this last year for our StreamYard account. And you know what? I might as well share since you're aware of it, and I shared with you backstage. We want to thank the city of Indio, who's helping sponsor our StreamYard account for next school year. So you'll see Chef Mary and I again, classroom conversations with the help of the city of Indio, who's providing this platform for us for next year. So thank you very much. And I got to thank the grant committee over at the Desert Sands Educational Foundation who assisted me with this. Let's see, Mary Perry, she's the editor-in-chief, as I call her. She edited all the grammar mistakes that I had in the grant, as well as she did recently step down the board, but I want to thank longtime service of Kathy Doyle, who is our grant chairperson for the foundation, and she gave us a nice glance over too. So I want to thank our team at the foundation for helping us out with achieving that grant. And like I said, pretty awesome. Thank you, Mary, for making sure that we highlight the city of Indio. And when we actually get the funds and so forth, I'm sure we'll have Mr. Curtis on with us, Jim Curtis, who's in charge of that program, maybe even Brooke Bear, their public information officer. But it'd be great to thank them publicly, face to face via StreamYard.
Exactly. I noticed that one of our partners from Over the Rainbow, Chef Roman, was the one of the featured bakeries on the recent Top Chef competition. Again, because I think he did the wedding cakes for the one that you and I were involved in years ago. And, congratulations, Roman. They picked you up again, and you were part of the competition. And so our partners just keep on, getting notoriety, and the fact that they've been with us for years, it's awesome. He's a super great guy to work with, and his stuff is beautiful.
Yeah, I agree completely. Roman's done amazing work. He's done work with the kids over at La Quinta High for years, and I actually got to know Roman years ago while volunteering with the American Cancer Society, as they were one of our. You talk about a food-a-palooza. He would set up a 10 by 10 tent, Mary, and you'd walk in, and there were just desserts everywhere. You could just pick whatever you wanted for the gala, and it was talk about being an instant diabetic. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Roman does some good stuff.
We've always done our gala for one of our fundraisers. Is there one of theirs in the making? Is something going to happen this year, or are we going to move it to the fall?
So I'll tell you along the lines with the foundation. Really exciting. We have, we've got a couple things in the works. We're waiting for county guidelines and so forth to make sure that we can be able to do so. But we are already in talks. I'll share with you, I'm in talks with Chef Reese, with potentially him hosting our gala next year. That would be late winter, early spring, over at Trilogy at Polo, as well as I'm talking with a group of parents from various school sites that they want to have like garden parties at their homes. So they want to have these parties where maybe, an opportunity to watch a football game with someplace, or maybe the opportunity just to have, a brunch at somebody's house. and these are very beautiful homes that we're going to highlight the homeowners. We're going to highlight them as well as potentially raise the funds for the foundation. So those are a couple things in the mix right now. Edward, thank you again for allowing us to be here. Edward, the store manager, just walked by here. But no, we've got a couple things in the works. And while we're at it, I might as well share. The foundation worked with another one of our partners, Nothing Bundt Cakes, and all of our staff are gonna receive a little treat from them
Oh, that's right.
in the first week of May. So we got a couple of different things in the works right now. As you know, it's never a dull moment in our world. You know that, Mary.
So the lunches and everything, was that in conjunction with what Mary Perry and I were talking about a couple of weeks ago? That we're gonna do those,
Yep.
I'm excited about that. That's incredibly successful.
Yeah, both Mary and you have experience doing those. I'm actually going to meet with another person next week to ask them if they'd be interested in hosting something. And if you ask me, I would like to start as soon as we can in the fall. But obviously, we have to abide by guidelines. And I'll
Yes.
flat out say the board members have said they want to have an event without having to wear masks and so forth. So we'll abide by those guidelines. But speaking of events, our friend Christy, or Christy with CAMFest, and Christy, who's part of the foundation board, they're going full
Yeah.
steam ahead with CAMFest in December. As of right now, we're plans to have a live event, so that's pretty exciting. So that'll be in December, the second Saturday in December.
Oh, that'll be
Yeah.
awesome. Because I mean, those events
Yeah.
were so much fun, and it's really
Yep.
a win-win for the amount of money that they donate. They get like threefold, with
Yeah.
food and the entertainment and those little garden parties, or evening events or whatever they're going to end up being. It's a great way for us to meet everybody and for them to see, particularly if we can involve the culinary students.
Yep.
And speaking of that, I see David Woods was teacher of the month or teacher of the year.
Teacher of the Year, honored at La Quinta High. The Desert Sands Teachers Association just announced those district-wide. So we may have the opportunity to have, like we had our Teacher of the Year last year join us on Classroom Conversations. We may have the opportunity to have this year's Teacher of the Year join us. I don't know who that is yet. I haven't seen the announcement. But we'll definitely get the opportunity to have the District Teacher of the Year join us. That'll be a lot of fun. Definitely.
So I know in our last conversation, you were going to go over and meet with Dan at the Culinary Services on how they were going to do your chili dog. Was there any update
Yeah.
on that one?
So the update is we ordered 250 chili dogs. So they're all going to be they're going to individually wrap. They're going to be steamed. They're going to be packaged, right? And then each of the if you want chili, you can get a package, little plastic container full of it. The onions, the relish, anything that would go on a chili dog, they're going to have it. As well as if you want a
Okay.
bowl of chili, you'll have that opportunity too. But they're going to have everything packaged there. I met with Carlos. I met with Dan. I met with Bertha. We got everything planned out. And the people at Nutritional Services are just fantastic. And here's the best part: they're donating their time for this, Mary. That you can't go wrong with that.
That's big.
Donating their time
Yeah,
for this, so you just got to think that. And we basically getting it at cost too. So to have it, you'll appreciate this. You being in the food world, to go from being an event where you're coming up, grabbing a hot dog, and then going to grab chili and they're slopping it on there, from going that to being packaged and only charging me 40 cents extra. That's
Oh,
a
wow.
great deal. That's an amazing deal if you
Yeah.
ask me. Yeah, 40 cents extra per person, but that is definitely well worth it.
I'd be glad to help him on site with that if he needs extra help. I just did a luncheon here recently, and we did the same process. It was sort of a build your own salad, and
Okay.
we had everything set, cheeses and anything, and it works out well because you can build your own hot dog, which I think
Right.
is kind of like, I don't like onions, and so now you can have your choice of what you want on your chili dog.
Yeah.
And that'll be
No,
fun.
no,
That'll be
it's
fun. That'll be nice. People can do what they want.
oh, definitely, that most definitely. But no, it's I'm looking forward to this. My first opportunity with kind of being the person that's steering the directions of the Chili Dog Open. I've already taken notes on what I need to do and prepare for next year to make this more successful. But as you've seen with our sponsorships, we're over $8,000 in sponsorships right now, and all that's going to come right back to students in the classroom. So I just have to thank our sponsors again. That's just outstanding. And know that Thursday we're going to be highlighting that again, Chef Mary, because we need to. We definitely need to. And our $1,000
Yeah.
sponsors, our platinum sponsors, I've offered them each the opportunity to come on with us. I will say that them being in the construction world might be a little bit more difficult for them to join us. But if they can join us from a
Yeah.
hard hat on one of our school sites that they're building, like over at Ford Elementary School right now, we're just building from the,
No, that'd be
they're
awesome.
redoing it. That'd be kind of cool. So I'll see if I can make it happen.
Well, I know for sure that next year you're not going to be having to jump through all the hoops that you've done this year, to pull these programs off to make sure that we stay in compliance with the board and
Right.
what the medical people are saying. So hopefully next year, uh, the job will be not as intense, and you'll probably be able to spend more time doing other things versus than just staying in compliance, because that's been a job in itself.
Oh yeah, just having to make the adjustment. No, I can't wait to be able to do this job for a full year without a mask. That would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Definitely. Definitely. But Mary, I'm going to wrap us up here. I thought that we had some great information. I want to also thank our partner here at Coffee Bean Tea Leaf over at Adams, located at Adams and Highway 111 of La Quinta. Thank you for allowing us to. You were my studio today. Thank you very much for allowing us to be here. It's been great. I'm standing right by the door and I see people coming in and out with their coffee and so forth. Everybody's just got to, you know, it's tough to see a smile when you wear a mask, but you can tell by the eyes. So I love seeing all the eyes that are
Yes.
getting like beaded up and so forth. That means they're smiling. So thank you, Edward, you and your staff for allowing us to be here. Thank you for being a partner of Desert Sands Educational Foundation. But Mary, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I'm going to sign us off here. I'll catch up with you backstage here. All right.
Okay, I'll see you then. Bye, guys. Have a good
All right.
day.
So as I shared, I'm Sean Webb, the Director of Communication in the Foundation for Desert Sands. This has been Classroom Conversations, and I forgot to tell Chef Mary this was episode 71 today, episode 71. So it's been a lot of fun having these, and thank you to the city of La Quinta for sponsoring our StreamYard for the last year for doing so. And before I sign off, a general reminder: go to DesertSandsEF.org to sign up for this year's 25th annual Chili Dog Open. Still have spots available May 3rd. At the Lights in India, we got tea times available from 3 o'clock right through to 6:30. A little bit different format. We're going to try and do things a lot more digital, but also, the fun camaraderie of a golf tournament. Come out and see us, but sign up at DesertSandsEF.org. You guys have a great day. Make sure when you're out there, wear your mask and wash your hands. We'll see you later.